You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile.
Clicked off. Hang on. There we go.
But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Yeah, you do your best.
Do your best. Do your
Stop
best.
that.
Do it every day. Uh-oh.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Tifua's sounds are kind of loud. But it's fine. Such different individuals all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really...
There's your melodica fire, bro.
Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really understand if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Apollo, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good answer to that. Manga.
Weeb.
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Whoa. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, I can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri?
Oh, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
Hey, give me 1 second. I gotta redeem a thing. That's what you get. Okay. Anyway.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Nah, you're amazing to me.
Eyes up here, bucko.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books and not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
She's an edgelord.
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how a writer can... Go on.
I feel like it's really meta that she said that.
Maybe. The world may never know.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so...
You okay? We're
Yes,
sorry.
I'm
We're
fine.
sorry. We're sorry. We don't mean to interrupt you.
Am I good now? Am I
yes,
good?
you're good. Sorry.
You've always been good.
I will let that slide. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimum level. And this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Like Dwayne the Ron Jackson.
Bruh.
Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Or someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down.
You think Yuri's back hurts from like arching like that?
Probably.
I don't know.
Monica likes to like throw out her hips too, so they probably all have some messed up body stuff.
The imposter check.
Good point.
Real horror. Real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! Give that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori siddles... What?
You got it right.
Siddles up. What is that even? What? I've never... What the fuck? Is this a typo?
No, it's like... It's like kind of like stealthily scooching.
Sneaks up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulder. There you go.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
Because I love the Cat in the Hat too. I think that's pretty impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. What up, Sid? What's poppin'?
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Eh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. Yeah.
That
way,
rally's good in this, man.
7/8, it's like 1. So yeah.
You want us to wait so you can eat a little bit? That way you don't have to like read.
No.
Okay.
I will multitask and I will die on that hill.
Okay.
Dying on the same hill as catching legendaries in a Pokeball.
Yes.
Hey. That takes precision and skill, okay?
It just takes
I will die on the hill
patience.
every time.
Okay, you guys are crazy.
Give me that beast ball. I'll even do that.
You guys are weird.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh man.
That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that all? Isn't that right, Apollo?
Monica smiles warmly at me. Once again. Hold on. There's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back into the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth. What's been on my mind this entire time? I never did say I had joined this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions.
Just what I needed.
I still have to go take the bar exam.
God damn it. Thanks for the just what I needed.
I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought...
Apollo.
You all. I'm defenseless against these individuals. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these individuals. Okay. I decided then. I'll join this club. One by one, their eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sorrow wraps around her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey.
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
And that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh, okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over me once more.
God damn.
Apollo,
back
I
to
look
the
forward to
eyes.
seeing how you express yourself.
Welcome to the stream, Azure.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Apollo, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never really walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. I guess it's fine, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the individuals. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Poetry time. So, who are we gonna try to go for?
We can go for Yuri. I'm kind of down for that.
Okay.
So that means grief?
we have different ones, just a heads up. So try to go.
Oh shit.
This is gonna
Oh,
be
Meager would be her, right? Fuck. Okay.
grief. No, that was Sayori.
Meager.
Nani the fuck?
Death. Also Sayori. Fuck.
Lipstick, breath, incongruent, hair, blanket,
Incongruent.
holiday, comfort.
Unrequited.
Yep.
No.
Oh, graveyard, definitely, right?
Unrestrained. Graveyard.
Landscape, analysis, spinning, sweet electricity, vibrant friends, sunset, kiss,
Massacre.
death. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, I didn't know fucking she likes death. What the fuck?
I
Holy
know.
shit.
Intellectual.
Bruh, Sayori, what is up with you, dude? She must love Overlord.
Extreme. Disoriented.
Sensation, feather, contamination, probably.
Entropy. Contamination.
Entropy, is that what you did?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
worked for Yuri.
Got passion, poof. Tenacious, journey, frightening. Cry? Clouds, daydream, fear. Probably frightening, right?
Yeah, I'm stuck on mine.
What is yours?
Comfort, nibble, sing, pure, headphones, cry, waterfall, fluffy, cheer, and rain cloud.
Probably rain cloud.
Rain
I
cloud?
think that's
That
Sayori,
was
right?
Sayori.
Yeah.
Oh, never
She
mind.
wrote a whole poem about it before, from what I recall.
Disaster.
I don't.
Vivacious,
Agonizing.
Broken, mouse, cage, lollipop, prayer, emo, and ending probably.
Universe.
Bunny, insight, special, puppy, aurora,
Secretive.
marshmallow, disarray, definitely.
Vertigo. I'm not clicking
Umbrella
on
at 10 out of
depression.
20, dude? Bro, please.
Inferno.
Forgive. Clumsy, massacre.
Analysis.
It's like what I massacre these other rappers when I'm on the track, dude. All right.
You're in
Let's
for a
see.
wild ride with this game. Yeah, I am aware.
Uncontrollable, explosion. I'm surprised that's not Natsuki. She reminds me of Megumi.
Explosion!
Inferno
I don't know what
worked.
this is, but I'll do it.
I'll say anything fancy words that you don't know what they are is probably Yuri.
Let's see. Fireflies. What is this, Owl City?
Alright, I gotta do some push-ups while you finish that.
Miss Ford. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's her. Whatever. Marriage, treasure, color, lucky, unrestrained, defeat, disaster, disaster. Whisper, peace, vacation, nature, despise, climax,
One,
pleasure, incapable, sugar, and
two,
sticky, probably despise.
3,
Embrace and candy,
Yes.
starscape, infinite, eternity,
6,
papa, anime, jumpy,
7,
valentine, and melody. Probably,
9,
uncanny.
10.
Question.
Uncolly?
Oh,
Vivid, disorient. Probably disoriented, I would say. Music, time, existence, its own bouncy
Thanks
kitty.
for looking out for my health, Coyote.
Awesome, shiny, rain cloud, universe, pout, horror, flee, heaven sent, tragedy. Probably tragedy. Oh, never mind. That's Sayori. Okay.
Well, let's see if our stuff ends up differing.
We're gonna have TFUA do 2 different dialogue sets.
That's gonna be interesting.
Motherfucker.
Need to get to bed. Have a great night.
Hi again, Apollo. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
I would never. Not from you. But anyways, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word, you know. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Apollo. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it?
oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last
That's
year,
first.
too. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Atsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Roasted. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga.
Manga's literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into the seat.
Don't worry, guys. Apollo always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is always so messy. It's kind of distracting. And you almost set your house ablaze once.
Is that so?
That's what happens when you play the mixtape, you know?
My mixtape is
You
just
two
so
are
good.
really good friends. You two are really good friends, aren't you? Gonna collab? I might be a little jealous.
Hey, look, okay? Just because we had a gender reveal party doesn't mean anything.
How come? You and Apollo can become good friends too.
Sayori.
Hmm?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into.
I ignore your stat changes. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori!
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it, Cord of Steel. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what.
No matter what.
You know,
Yes, that's... on.
nothing.
Oh, go on.
Oh, no, I was thinking of a TI song, sorry.
Oh, not what I was thinking of.
Yeah, we went in 2 different directions.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal about it if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Oh, here.
She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
Aw.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this Green Eggs and Ham. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Oh, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this opportunity. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this since I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. And I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book that you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I mean. I mean... I just happened to buy two of them.
Ah, I see. A set deal. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll
And thus
definitely
begin the
start reading
eyes.
soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
Oh, I'm always down for my shit. I always put it down, dog.
Oh my god.
It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyways?
Well...
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over that back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front of the cover, you know, like a Nazi thing. I'm sorry, Illuminati thing.
God.
Sorry, ooh, my bad. That went
Illuminati.
the wrong place.
Illuminati.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people known as the Illuminati who escaped from a human experiment in prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere.
Hey, Steve Bananas, welcome to the stream. Nice to see ya.
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Apollo?
No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so, you know, don't worry.
No
I
need
hope
to worry.
so.
Yeah. I totally forgot that Yuri is into those kind of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be so completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans.
It's like I reincarnated as that one, and then you put insert any type of monster from any type of RPG.
Oh my god. That time I got reincarnated as a vending machine. That's
I'm
a thing.
rambling, aren't I? We got reincarnated to a vending machine.
I think it's like reincarnated as a vending machine. I wandered the dungeon or something like that.
Have you seen the spider one?
I have not. I've heard of the spider one.
It's actually pretty good.
That's always good. Where's the other sleeper?
Not again. Right.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people.
Mood.
So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading, you know. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, shouldn't I?
You don't have to.
What are you even saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get that book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright. Is it fine if I sit right here? I slip into the seat next to yours.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's that I really don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Hey, it looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you apologize a lot, don't you?
Don't attack me like that. I mean, I do. Don't really mean to. Sorry.
Aw,
I mean,
Yuri is a
Here.
mood.
This should work, right?
I'm not gonna lie. I honestly just said sorry just to joke around, but I didn't realize that was the next line.
Hey, it works.
It really did.
Sorry.
I slid my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of us.
Steamy.
Ah. I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to open that book. I guess that kind of makes it a little bit difficult to turn the pages.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after flipping it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
Turn the page.
Sorry.
Don't you mock me.
God damn it.
I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
Ah. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting onto the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, she's an apologetic little bitch. I'm like,
Yo!
And that's why you'll never get far with women, you punk ass bitch.
Yo!
well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things she says and does. Like, she's afraid of that she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of your mannerisms.
What is this, Facebook quizzes? I mean, I see.
Oh, no. You're thinking of, BuzzFeed articles?
Oh my
BuzzFeed
god.
That and Facebook
What
quizzes,
kind
they
of-
both kind.
What kind
Both
of book
attack
are
you.
you? Which
Wait,
book would you be?
which Disney character are you based on your aesthetic?
What kind of book would you be? Paperback or hardback? Digital copy?
Am I hearing that next stream is just gonna be just chatting BuzzFeed quizzes?
Can
that
we?
sounds
That'd be
kinda sad, honestly.
hilarious.
I'm down for that too. It's also your line.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I was fixing my fucking dumbass lights. Alright. Yuri remains silent for a moment.
Apollo,
Shh.
that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Shh. Wait.
Don't shush me.
I didn't
Hold
mean it
it.
in a bad way or anything like that. Yeah. Hold it.
Oh my god.
Go to horny jail.
Bonk.
Take that. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing.
Bonk. Go to horny jail.
I guess I more meant that it's kind of kawaii.
Thanks for the yeah.
Ah. What are you saying all of a sudden? Oh. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah.
Yeah. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
I'm gonna say AKA Kilo, but that's okay.
Oh my
Reference.
god. When we get to decide who the...
It's not. What?
I got push-ups reveal, so I'm gonna do those when we get to choose who we want to talk to first.
Okay. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I guess I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free.
Okay.
Man,
Bless you.
Oh,
I had to clear my throat. Shut up.
just the immediate shut up.
I didn't even see anything.
Because I knew you were gonna say something, you immature brat.
Oh my god.
In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I'll stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in that book, then I slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
My relaxation ends. Okay, macking time over.
Macking
I can't believe I agreed to do something so embracing. So embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before, so...
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as reaching into their bags. I did the same myself.
Okay, I gotta do the push-ups, redeem.
You'll do your push-ups.
Artistic Thread, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good night. I'm redeeming some push-ups on the channel points, so... Take off the sleepers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You technically didn't specify one of them, so I'm gonna do sit-ups for one of those 3. 1, 2,
Bro, why is the skip button?
4, 5,
Hmm?
6,
Okay. So why is the
7,
skip button the same button as...
8,
why is it control?
9.
Didn't tell you.
Then there was another 10 sets of push-ups.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
what are they
life.
doing to her, dude?
I don't know.
1,
I
2,
being terrible people, I guess.
Fucking got her a few times, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
4,
Wasters, dude.
5,
Use your points for something better. Wasters.
6,
Yeah.
7.
Redeem the melodica.
Fuck. 8,
Is she still
9.
counting?
10.
Let's do like 3 random sets.
Oh my god.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I
Like,
love how yours is just slightly off from mine. every
I
time we
hate
do
my
that.
life.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
Oh
I
shit.
really just hate my life.
Slade, I tried.
Jeff Boy, ooh, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow, by the way, too, as well. Oops.
Look
Yeah,
at
we're doing
Bill.
Doki Doki tonight. I am with TFUAHStrikes and the Flantis Acacia. They are also streamers. We're doing Doki Doki. Hey, War00, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that too as well.
Look at
Yeah, we're just vibing, just doing some of this. Again, it has dark topics, so if you're not comfortable with dark situations like in this storyline, then I suggest coming back later on to when I do a different game that's not as serious.
10 out of 10 what
How did this
Vero
go?
just said. Who are we talking
thank
to
you.
first?
What's going on, Tsuki? I want to deal with the tsundere because I haven't seen her in a while.
Okay, let's talk to Natsuki.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with hers first.
Apollo, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Child.
What,
How
you
dare
You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
Hey, look, I'm not no fucking writer, okay? The fuck? Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into it. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Take
That's
that.
fired.
Painful to think about, right?
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
Can I read this?
Sure.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, and owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Oh, it's good.
This is literally a Migo song. I just want to point that out.
Oh my god. It's a mood though.
Eagles can fly, fly.
Eagles can fly!
Sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I like it like that. Sorry, that's a Cardi B song. I am.
There is more.
I like it like that.
What
You know
Tifo?
I like it like that. You know I like it like that's from another song.
If you like it like this. That's the wrong
Look.
thing.
We went from Migos to Cardi B. It's in the same domain, okay? Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it anyways?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in
It's
this
the
poem.
equivalent. Oh wait, it's the equivalent of like when we have to cross-examine testimony from a parrot. It's all still relevant.
God damn it.
Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did, I guess, more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
Or a
Did it-
new age rapper.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but like if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. I'll let the child have it.
Child can have it.
All right.
Who next?
Who's next on the agenda? Sayori, Yori, and Monica.
Tifa pick this time.
Let's go, Yuri.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth and opens up, then ends up covering her whole face.
Mood.
Maybe.
You know, you really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's. I guess you're right. I'm getting so nervous for.
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares blankly at me, then looks at my poem once again.
Oh, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if it was breaking it down thoroughly.
yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering's completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Atsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Huh? Oh, biased. How?
You were like out.
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking shit about people like that.
Oh shit.
Sorry. I said it again.
Oh my god, it's fine. I kinda could not just get through whatever she said to me, but yeah, titties. Anyways, I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process. Oh, that's you.
Oh, sorry.
I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Oh my god, it's fucking
under the
light.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking writing, dude.
Do you need someone else to read it?
under the light.
Tifa, you want to read it? Go for it.
Sure.
Do it.
Okay, let's hope I can even read the
That's what I
second
said it.
word.
The second word is bathing, and the second word on top, and the
Okay.
second sentence is
None.
tendrils.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, I was gonna say because I could read it.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calmly. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Light flickers. I flicker back.
Why does this sound like an Eminem song, dude? The
Light
tendrils of
flickers.
my
I
hair
flicker back.
beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The line flickers, so I flicker back. Look at Eminem song, dude.
If you insist.
Ain't no flicker back, girl.
God damn it.
What?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry I have such a terrible handwriting.
What? Nonsense. I wasn't thinking that at all.
Crap. It took you a long time to read.
Yeah, look, I don't read script very often. But I actually think your handwriting's kind of pretty.
Simp.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it really was descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. This is our first time sharing. I wanted to write some. Damn.
Are you okay?
I wanted to.
Yuri, are you
Need some
okay?
tea?
Yes. Yes. I wanted to write something a little more mild. But the food that I ate was spicy. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Oh, you're telling me it can get even hotter.
God damn it. Turn up the heat.
Are you into Ghost, Yuri?
Uh-huh. I highly doubt that's who. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Apollo.
Really? I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference.
That's not surprising.
Internally, she's like, dumbass.
I must have totally missed the point, but I'm also missing you.
Well, I suppose you did. Awkward. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
I'll stop.
Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing, really. Ours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I probably learned a thing or two. Because I've seen a thing or two. From you.
You think so?
God fucking.
Yeah.
Fading
of
into the
course.
energy.
Yeah.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Apollo.
Doki Doki.
Ah. Well, me too. I'll do the best for me too.
Who's next?
This is all you, Akesh.
Let's go talk to Monica.
Hi, Apollo. Having a good time so far?
Ah, yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. What the fuck? I'm new here. Who am I to say?
Chicken.
Oh shit.
I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in, actually.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
Not really, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Apollo. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Apollo. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
I'm 13 and this is deep.
I guess I underestimated you.
Look, it's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low, you know? That way it counts when I put some type of effort in.
Sayori says the same thing too. That's not very fair.
Oh.
Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Yeah.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked her, though.
Look, I'm nowhere near her level yet, okay?
With that attitude, don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things. A lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this, though.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty good for someone who claims to be very good. Not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, I guess let's read it then.
Poem wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
Break on through to the other side.
What?
That's me.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform. If that's what you want to call it.
Now you must acquire a taste for freeform jazz.
Sorry, I'm not like really the right person to be asking for feedback, but
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. And performed out loud, it can be pretty powerful.
So she's trying to write slam poetry.
Come on and slam, and poem to the jam.
Monica and Sam. Wait, what? What?
Go to horny jail.
I didn't think about that. Look.
Bonk.
Uh-huh.
What was the
Mhm.
inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
Thank you for Aya.
An epiphany.
Yeah, have you ever watched the Simpsons movie? Something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink.
Okay, Peppa
So
Pig.
just-
Yeah, muddy puddle.
Hi, I'm Monica.
Oh no.
So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. My TED Talk.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
All right, so who's next?
I don't know. I guess Sayori?
Who? Who?
Oh. Oh.
I forgot.
She's been
You fool.
Sayori. Caca.
This is a good poem, Apollo. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of individual who would be writing poems in his spare time.
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Apollo. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. But again, I just have to believe my client all the way to make sure they're not guilty.
Believe in the truth next time on Justice.
I cannot deny that she's part of the reason I joined and became a lawyer in the first place. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
So are we basically like, I don't know who did it for Apollo, but like, is Sayori basically Mia in this case? No, my brain is not working. I need a nap.
In a way, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'm thinking about taking some law classes because I was thinking of taking some law classes.
'Cause that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna have to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
That was way too good for that. We'll see about that.
I haven't read one yet. Can I read this one?
Go for it, it's yours.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to keep me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
She hungry.
She hungry. She wants the gnomes.
That wasn't me.
What?
That wasn't me.
She hungry.
As much as I'd love to take credit for that, that was not me.
No, just your reaction got me.
I heard someone say something about nuggets or something. It was just funny. I heard someone mention some kind of food, and it was funny.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line. You being hungry.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem would stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Hi. I bet you're wondering how I got here.
It all started when I was offered some cupcakes.
Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. It just meant a language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Ugh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Apollo did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring.
Oh shit. Oh.
Which I haven't yet.
Urgh.
Apollo liked my poem, too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
You're just jealous that Apollo appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Uh, is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Apollo started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little.
This doesn't involve you!
This doesn't involve you!
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they were noticed. They just noticed I was standing there.
Apollo. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them and have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Apollo.
Does she actually know what convoluted means?
Who knows? Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Apollo?
Well?
How did I get dragged in this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think a little bit more highly of me. So of course, that's gonna be...
Apparently it's gonna be Aya, according to my chat.
So,
Who?
who do we agree with more?
Look, I'm not gonna agree with the child. Look,
So do we want to say Yuri or ask for Sayori to help?
look, we're going all in, okay?
Yuri.
Let's fucking do it.
Okay.
Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait, hold it. That's not an excuse for you to be mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it's become something really personal. Okay? That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Ugh.
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hand and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki.
She really didn't need to do that.
Natsuki poem crumpled up into paper into trash can.
God damn it.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How could anyone have not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you, okay?
Oh.
Well... Alright, I believe you.
Alright, I believe you.
Thanks, Apollo. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
It was nothing.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Umo
I-
go by fighties out.
I knew she was gonna do that.
And then I read it. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
What thing did Natsuki say?
well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea.
A good idea. I need another video to watch. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Apollo, how about you?
I'd say the same. It wasn't a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. This will turn out even better.
I think to myself,
What a wonderful world.
What a wonderful world.
God damn, that Acacia laugh, dude. I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with a newfound determination.
Reading poems fills you with determination. Apollo!
Fine.
Were you expecting anything else? Ready to walk home?
No, I'm just reminded that I need to play Undertale soon.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh woo.
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either, but yeah. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you, though.
You know, Apollo, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but, you know, the clap, though, does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat her on the shoulder. I said, that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh, shit. I just got a raid. Asian Skull and your friends, welcome
Hey.
to Doki Doki Literature Club with my friends.
Yo.
Paya, hi! Yeet. And also Aya.
Alright.
Okay, so are we still gonna mac on Yuri?
I think we go all the way.
All
Wait,
the way. All the way.
we gotta get Yuri, okay? Hold on. Let me see.
Okay,
What is it? Empty?
I'm going effulgent. Intellectual.
Empty. No, that's Sayori. Never mind.
Frightening.
Doesn't happen.
Contamination.
Inspire, Giggle, whisper, amazing marshmallow party, chocolate. Bruh.
Explode. Uncontrollable. Existence.
Desire. There we go. Kiss,
Crimson.
variant, disaster, lucky, entropy, entropy.
Variance.
Peace, mouse, hopelessness, philosophy, intellectual.
Climax.
Mm,
Unending. Disoriented.
Daydream, special, headphones, determination,
Melancholy.
shame, hair, question, tears, math.
Vertigo. That was a good one for her.
Crimson, swimsuit, childhood, love, pleasure, tear, Valentine,
Meager. That one
nature,
worked.
analysis, starscape.
After
Probably
image.
analysis.
Determination. Oh, that actually worked for Yuri.
Fun, lust, misery, grief,
Tenacious.
inferno,
Unrestrained.
vacation, sparkle, romance,
Disaster.
fireworks, clumsy together, secretive,
Eh.
vivid, laugh, incapable, electricity, unrequited. Oh, that's the wrong.
For
Essence,
context,
disown,
my
gun.
friend KidVillero is also streaming this on his end, so we end up with different words for these parts.
Disown? Is that right? Disown. Rainbow, flee, time, hope, horror. Dream, portrait, lollipop, unending, extraordinary. Sunny, unending probably.
I'll say
Hawaii.
unending was good for her.
Jump, fear, cage, blanket, wonderful, jumpy, bouncy, heartbeat, breath. I guess fear. Nope, that's Sayori.
No.
Agonizing.
Agonizing is definitely a Yuri word.
Unrestrained.
That's a Yuri word.
Disarray.
That's probably a Yuri word.
General disarray.
Nightgown is apparently Natsuki. I didn't know that. Unstable.
That
Passion clouds. Graveyard.
graveyard, yeah.
Infallible.
I'll say anything that sounds complicated is a Yuri word. I've never played or
Another
watched this
day.
game before. I've only ever watched it. I've never played it. So, as a friendly warning, because we got a raid, if you are uncomfortable with topics of like discussing mental health and like gore and among other very uncomfortable things, if you're not feeling 100% mentally stable tonight, this may not be the stream for you. As Azur plays Aya once again. This game does touch on some heavy topics, so just be informed as you're watching. Just as a heads up.
Serious topics, if you're uneasy with it, don't be here. You can always come back to a different stream by checking the category in the bottom. It literally tells you what we're playing. And that applies to my stream too. So let's do this.
Do it.
Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entertaining the club room, this unusual scene greets me.
Hi, Apollo.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
Yeah, so the people streaming with me, one of them is my friend KidVillero. He's also doing a stream over on his end. And then my good friend TFUAHStrikes. Yeah, that was Viero. And my good friend TFUAHStrikes, he's in the voice chat with us reading a couple of the voices.
Oh, wow.
There you go. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. What? But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
Metal Fox Gaming, thank you for the follow. No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
Look, I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. Don't you know? Money is everything. Like evidence. Sorry.
God damn it.
I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. You're like a lawyer. How did you even know?
It's simple, really. If you had enough evidence in the first place, you would have been able to buy a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. Smacks table. And so, that only leaves one option. And this is the animation of them falling back.
This is like the animation over dramatic objection. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Nicely shut, Apollo. Sorry, we're referencing Phoenix Wright and Apollo Justice.
Which is the next game in the series we're gonna play at some point.
Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book.
Yuri! Tell Apollo to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little son like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution.
Mm-hmm.
Did I just... I didn't mean that. I totally did. I got too absorbed into my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That.
Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
My shoulder devil.
So you remind me of Maya.
She is pretty much Maya. Always hungry, kind of a derp.
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
Drop Nebby.
Oh god. Water bottle emote, please.
Nebby, no!
Nebby, get back in the bag. But... You wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. What? Out of nowhere, somebody smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! What was... Huh? A cookie!
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution!
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just fucking eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Every time I see this word, I always think of that stupid shampoo. Or it's like, no tears or no tears.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
The fish bottle.
Sup, did the game get spooky yet? Not yet. It's not there at all yet. It's like a little trick away.
We're still a while away. So good.
We are not here for the good shit yet.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her.
Jeez. I
In a headlock.
Suplex?
German!
Where's Monica? I don't know.
She's making Sayori more depressed.
Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her.
Nom.
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laughed as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Huh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the club room.
Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Not to me. I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual.
But it's not unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, sorry. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly the door swings open. Bam!
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Free scumbags, it's the cops.
God. That would have actually worked there if you had played this. There you are.
I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Huh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all.
Monica chooses death? Wait, what?
You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyways?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica.
That's.
Monica looks at me.
Once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay! Get good, Monica!
Scrub. I look forward to it too.
I don't see you doing anything productive, manga boy. Is that so?
Hey, at least I'm on time.
At least I'm not in here just for the boobs.
Oh no!
Everybody's in here just for the booze. What are you saying to me?
I'm here.
Tell that to
That's
all
why
our
you're in-
viewers.
And that's why you're in horny jail.
How
Bonk.
dare you.
In that case, I won't let you down, Apollo.
Monica smiles sweetly. Ah. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
I'm not gonna do it. No, not really. I guess they never miss, huh?
Hit or miss.
I
And I
choose to leave.
never miss, pal.
God damn it. You should. Maybe when we get to that point. I choose to leave on Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
She gay.
Hey Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, look, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Huh? No. I was kind of just waiting for you.
Ah, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Let's get it started.
Yes,
Here.
let's.
Let's get it started. Ha!
Actually, I have a request. Mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because those long legs of hers. Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher?
Sorry, I was a little bit
Thanks.
thirsty.
God damn it.
Thanks. I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Where are you two off to?
Look, Yuri's gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounded to explain this to Monica.
Tea culture.
We're just filling the water pitcher, okay?
Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
Why is she cock blocking, dude? So, that's.
Monica, please mind your own business for once.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Apollo in the club activities?
Damn.
Uh,
Huh. My mouth gapes.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Apollo.
Ah. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Just something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
Oh.
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for her to judge people like that.
Apollo. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing as you do, that you do, is as bad as you make it seem in your head.
Oh.
Nobody's perfect.
I gotta work it again and again till I get it right.
We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
No. Don't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
And you say? Uh, um,
Yuri lifts her head.
Apollo. I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyways,
Yeah. Shall we go?
yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled the water pitcher, we returned to the glass room.
Apollo, do you like oolong tea?
I do.
Never had it before, but yeah, sure.
It's so good.
Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You're really doing this properly, aren't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Ah, perhaps I will.
Yeah.
Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. And, you must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. And it's you who's around anyway.
Aw.
Ah. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Apollo. It's very endearing.
That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I want Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Apollo, I have another request. You mind if we sit on the floor today?
Hell yeah, floor time.
Why is that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Ah, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is. Is it the contorted angle that she's always postured in?
It's most likely because my
Yeah, your posture, right? I always hunched over like that while reading.
yes, I have terrible reading posture.
And that'll take a toll on an individual, goddamn.
That's why we should sit on the floor.
Floor time.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and grab that book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, you know, I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it goes well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Oh. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of kawaii, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in the position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I have to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I could only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. Ellipses. After a few moments, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble around with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. Thank you for the ragging, Toby. Yes, I appreciate that. Call me plugs. Thank you for the follow. Again, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. We are playing King Tubby. Thank you for the follow. We are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. It's a little bit intensive, so if you're not used to and uncomfortable with situations that can be pretty dark, as in death and other things of that nature, depression and such, do not watch this stream because it can be intensive. That is an FYI, because it will get intensive soon. Then yeah, I appreciate you being here, and thank you.
This is your content warning.
I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged. Then it might get smudges on the pages.
Ah, you right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure about that?
Of course.
She's
Yuri
so
opens the book
cute.
with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from that book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it.
Huh?
Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Hollow?
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
That's... Oh... You were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, sure. That's all it
Sure.
was.
Yeah. And you don't need to stop or anything?
I see. The situation has gotten really intense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can just tell by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. Doki, Doki, Doki. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her heavy breath on my fingers.
Okay, everyone.
Ah!
Ah!
Yuri jumps back.
It's time to share poems. Paulo, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
I see a couple. Yeah.
Go to horny jail.
Bonk.
Oh man, that's 3 times this stream.
All of the bonks go to horny jail.
Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I picked up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without worrying so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up.
Do you think we could take like a quick break so I can go refill my water?
No, absolutely. Go for it. Have
Yes,
at it.
Cool.
please.
Firsty. BRB.